94 Rocks, Jay-Z hanging out once again, and I'm hanging out with Amanda from Eva Under Fire. And Amanda, it's only been about, I just looked back, it's been less than 3 months when we talked, but how are you doing? And what have you been doing the last 3 months?
Well, I mean, it's definitely ramped up since last we hung out. I mean, we called it, right? I told you about some of the things that we had upcoming, and now those things are here, which is cool. So I'm just mentioned I was getting back from the gym, getting ready to go on tour. So I gotta get my cardio in check. We got new songs that we're gonna be playing live, so that's super sick. One of them is dropping tomorrow. Our new
Yeah.
song Awakening drops tomorrow. So I'm excited. It's all, it's all here now. We're at that point. We're at the jump point. So here we go.
Before we get into the song that's going to drop tomorrow, you mentioned you just came from the gym getting ready for your cardio, getting ready for touring. How do you prepare for a tour, I guess, now that you've been doing this for a while?
Yeah, I think it's I mean, we're still a garage band, so we jam, right? We actually get in a room together and do like most bands do like pre-production and things like that. And for us it's a little bit less formal. We still get in the garage and kind of just put the songs together. But we run it with the new songs, and we kind of get like, we got a new opener now. We got some new intro stuff going behind us. And so that rehearsals are part of it, regular rehearsals are part of it. And then just, getting back in the gym, and I try to be a gym girly more consistently than not. It doesn't always work that way. So I try to hit it, about 3 months before we go on the road.
It's kind of like the syndrome at the beginning of the year. Everybody says they're going to work out, go to the gym, and then about 2, 3 weeks in, we're done with that. It's kind of like buying a new treadmill, then it turns into be a clothesline hanger.
I, I don't know why. I don't know why everybody promises that in the wintertime too, right? In the dead of winter. I'm like, I'm not getting in my car to go anywhere when it's snowing outside.
No, no, not at all. Especially you're in the Detroit area, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so it gets cool there. It's
Yeah,
maybe
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. I got some bands this time for me to just do my little workouts in the living room type deal, like lady
Ah,
girl, gym girl, I'm inputting different things to make myself more successful.
I'll date myself. Are you sweating to the oldies with Richard Simmons or what?
No, no, gosh, no. But that's a good throwback. That's a good throwback. I like that.
Right.
Um, no, I think I just put on, sometimes I listen to radio stations like 94 Rocks. Sometimes I listen to Octane or get some playlisting in there. I'm always trying to find like new bands and stuff too. I listen to a lot of metal, but I also listen to a lot of pop when I'm working out. Because it's just got that good beat, and you can kind of
Absolutely.
pace yourself. Yeah.
When we talked a few months ago, you were basically ripping off the Band-Aid with what was going on in Eva Under Fire. Of course, we found out that your real name is Amanda, and you had the story about, you always went to the merch area and blah, blah, blah. You must be Eva. So we got through that. Now we're ripping off the Band-Aid. You said you wanted to kind of go more back to your original roots. And I'm excited about this brand new song, which is going to be dropping here at midnight tonight called The Awakening. Let's talk about that a little bit more in depth now that it is right here. It's coming up here just in a few hours.
Yeah, it was a special moment when we got to write this album. We flew out to LA and we didn't know which direction we wanted to go in. We knew that there needed to be more authentic lyrics on this album. No more watered down type of stuff, right? I love our first album, but I don't know that that was um, a good representation of where we were at in our personal lives at that time, right? So we wanted something that was true to where we were at in our lives at this moment. Um, and the first time we tried like the super down tuned, like gritty guitars, we were like, this is the direction. This is the focus. This has so much more grit, so much more anger. And I think that was really where we were at. We were very disillusioned with the whole, like, it takes a long time to get things off the ground, right? And so by that point, you're grinding for years. And nobody knows, right? Except you, right? You have to be your own biggest cheerleader and believe against all hope that things are going to jump off, right? And we
Mm-hmm.
had a little bit of that, a taste of that from album one. But there was a lot of red tape that we were going through. And so we recognized that like changed who we are, how we process what this journey looks like. it was like we woke up. Like we got what we wanted in our dream, but like it doesn't look like you thought it would all
Hmm.
the time, not all the time. So we wanted to be honest about that. And I think Awakening was the track to do that. So that was kind of like Awakening is like opening up to what this really is, um, recognizing who you are and that who you are has changed and that that's a good thing. That's an adaptive thing, right? So I think that, I'm so excited about this track and that it's going to be the first one off of the record too, is like,
Oh, okay.
it's so fitting.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's the thing. I think everybody can think about this in their life that you sometimes aren't true to yourself
Yeah.
and you don't tell your story. You're kind of doing it what people think that you want them to hear or they want to hear. But
Yeah.
it's like you're telling your own story now, and that's the awesome thing with an artist, and I think that's the growth part too.
Thank you. Yeah, I do feel like it's definitely this album is going to be a reflection of that growth, personal growth from all of us, really. Because we're just a band of friends that have grown up playing music in bars as kids. And now that we know what this looks like and what we want it to look like, we are less willing to package it in a really palatable format for everybody else, right? Like we're
Yeah.
not interested in trying to be like easy to swallow anymore. And I think that was because it wasn't a total betrayal of self. I don't think our first record was like a total betrayal of who we were. I definitely think we tried some things on
Hmm.
and watered some stuff down or made it a little bit more fun, right? Like songs like Unstoppable and Blow, they're kind of like cool, take your brain out, headbanger type moments, or Unstoppable is a little bit more dancey, but like we literally went into this record cycle for this album too, and we were like, nothing unstoppable, unbreakable. We're not talking about, like uh the same things here. Because that just felt a little bit more like too generic, you know.
Well,
Even though like the song was actually written about a personal story of mine, but like nobody would know that because I was kind of like I held that back, and then I got to album two, and I'm like, well, why am I holding back? People want the details. People want to know you.
right.
So this is
Yeah.
us not holding back.
Which sometimes, let's be honest, can be scary when the real you comes out because a lot of times people will put the curtain or pull the curtain, keep it down, and all of a sudden now you're opening up here. So it makes you a little more vulnerable.
It does. And I think that's why, I really, I think that's why a lot of artists choose to build an entirely different world with their art, right? Their characters instead, like Sleep Token, great example, right? Like
Hmm.
totally different characters. Um, and they get to keep their personal life separate. And I think that's really awesome. And I think that's a good way of protecting self and also being super expressive in your art. But for me, I find that I am at my best when I can be honest and authentic. Because if I'm faking it, or if I've got a character in mind that I'm somehow embodying through my art, or it just gets too convoluted for me. Like I am who I am, and I want that to be the thing that people recognize, especially because we love playing live. So
Yeah.
people want to know us when we come to the shows because that's where we're hanging out with people, the listeners that it becomes so much more of a bond that you can share with people when they know who you are.
You mentioned the live thing. I saw you a couple of years ago at Rockfest, and then of course saw you 3 months ago at Midsummer Music Fest. And you can tell how you've grown on stage, and also kind of started to convert over to your true roots again. Especially with some of the, I can see the angst and the anger in you, especially this summer up at in Monoghan Midsummer.
Yeah, dude, that was such a great show. Dude, that was like 105
Yeah, it
degrees.
was warm.
So wild. But it was such a great time because I think that it, it was a real expression of what rock music is. We were literally turning down, like, here we come in our 12-passenger van, drove like 14 hours to get there with this little
Mhm.
tiny trailer on the back. We were at like, I don't know, County Road 24 and the crossroad with State Road 22. Like it was the middle of a cornfield
It was.
there, right? Have no idea what we're showing up to. And it was a massive party and it was so well put on. I mean, very much looked like a lot of that rock fest and like super professionally beautifully done, and like everybody had such a great time, and it was so great. But I mean, you wouldn't have known that, right? So it's all that risk and all that reward all in the same moment. And then we had this really cool VIP thing. I mean, we really got some special treatment.
And you
Not
get
to
the,
mention like that
yeah.
what was it? The green room was a fishing house.
It was a fish house, yeah, but
Yeah, fish house.
it wasn't just like your old little shack fish house. It was the state of the art fish house, and it
This
had
is
air
like
conditioning in it.
the glamper of fish houses.
The
It was
glamper.
so dope. I was like, I've never seen one of these in my life. It was so good.
Absolutely, we're talking with Amanda from the band Eva Under Fire. Their brand new song "Awakening" is going to drop here at midnight on October 17th. And yes, we talked about this too. A new album will be coming out. You already leaked out the title to us back 3 months ago called Villainous. I'm assuming that's still the same title. And when do we maybe have a release date for that? If you can maybe leak that out.
I did. I pulled the lead singer card and I was like, this is the album title. And they were like, yeah, it makes sense. But I do think that, it was something that we were murmuring around in the band even beforehand. So I think the guys were already kind of on board, and we'd already discussed this whole concept that we had. But yeah, Villainous as an album should drop spring of 26. I'm pretty sure we're going to get there by like March of 26. Like still, follow socials and that, because I think that that date might move, but pin it for spring 26.
Okay. And it's not an easy industry, the music world, period. Whatever genre, and it's trying to figure out when is the best time to drop a song, when is the best time to drop an album, and it's even tougher when you're and I'm not any disrespect, but still a baby band kind of growing here as
Oh,
you guys
1000%.
are.
Thousand percent.
So it's like I know you've got management and you've even got yourself saying, "Hey, this is how we're doing it." But is it kind of nerve wracking a little bit at times because this is your baby now and you want the whole world to hear it?
It was nerve wracking in album one when we didn't know how this game works. Now that we know and we've decided that we don't want to play by the rules, it's less stressful, right? When you're just, because like we're still little guys in a lot of respects. So when we say we just want to go with our own like timeline here, there's no, you know, there's really not any good space, right? There's always going to be something else is coming out, something else is going to be like compared to, or fight for the same spots. I mean, the internet now, everybody's competing for the same things all the time. I mean, there's no good timeline about it. So you just say, all right, pick a date. This is where we're rolling, right? And when the first kind of tour thing came through, which is so great. We're going back out with our friends in Buckcherry, who are the very first people to take us out last
Yeah.
album cycle,
Yeah.
which is so super rad. So we get to hang out with our friends, and that kind of was the catalyst for, okay, we can start dropping some songs now.
Right. Let's talk about touring. You mentioned Buck Cherry, so that's going to be happening sometime soon here because you're obviously getting ready for that. And maybe 2026 when that new album comes out. What are you thinking about here? What can you tell us?
Yeah. So Buckcherry starts end of October. We get some cool dates with those guys. I think we'll be about seven dates that we're running with them for a couple weeks here. And then in the spring, we do have a confirmed tour that will go from late February through no, from beginning of February to late March.
Okay.
So lots and lots of dates. I cannot tell you with who yet, but
Because you're
it's
not
like
headlining, unfortunately, I'm guessing.
it's like 30 dates with some
Okay.
really cool friends. So
Really?
yeah, it's going to be like a pretty sick 4 band lineup. It's a good tour. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really excited about that. And it's like the tour that you want to be part of too. That's like up close, personal, kind of small room, like kick the
Oh.
dust off, like let's get sweaty together, kind of thing. So and I think that, I mean, this, it starts and ends in California, goes all
Mm,
the way like
okay.
like very east and very south and then back. So there's a ton of really cool dates. So keep posted for that. We'll get a chance to drop that soon, I think, but know that there is a lot more dates coming. And we also have headline tours planned, headline runs planned.
Nice. And how
Yeah.
about maybe festivals in 2026? Eyeing any of those?
Yeah, eyeing all of those.
Okay.
Eyeing all of those. So from like, I don't know, March till June, I think that's what we're targeting a lot of those things. And then come like later summertime, we'll have some
Okay.
other good stuff. So
Very cool.
busy 26,
Yeah.
busy getting all of the album stuff off the ground, making sure that we're a part of everything and anything that they'll let us on the stage for. Um, and hopefully that means a lot more of those, rock fests and Louder Than Lifes and Sonic Temples, and because those were really fun to do. And I know a lot of you listeners have been so kind to us. I see you come to the shows, and even at Minaga show. I mean, we didn't know that we had so many friends out there. They were like, "Oh, we saw you at Rockfest. Oh, we saw you at this. We saw you at that." That it was so cool. Like, I love this. Oh,
Yeah.
and I get to do Shiprock this year as a
Oh, you
stowaway.
do.
Yes, so I'll be
Ha-
I'll I'll be
Have
on the
you
ship as a stowaway.
have you ever done Shiprock before, or for that matter, have you ever been on a cruise? I guess.
Yeah. This is our third year
Okay.
doing
Okay.
Shiprock. Yeah, so we've been part of it as Eva Under Fire twice. And this is my first time being invited back just as a stowaway. So I'll be up there jamming with some cool people from other bands. And so we get to do that. And then hopefully they'll have the band back the following year.
How does one plan for a Shiprock cruise? Because I've never been on one. I'm not. I don't know if I'd ever really want to be just floating out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it'd be fun to hang out with everybody. Don't get me wrong on that, but I
It's
don't know about
literally
that.
it's not it's a vacation. It says vacation harder for a reason, right? It's an adventure.
Yeah.
It's not a chill time. Like it's a great time, but it's not a chill time. So I guess, for those people who love the festivals and they wish
Mhm.
that like festivals just did not end for 5
Mm.
consecutive days, that's shiprocked.
Maybe I'd have done that in my 30s. I don't know about now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. I
I like
mean,
my sleep. I like going back to the camp at night at a festival and just
not these guys, not these
deplugging.
guys. We
Yeah.
we party, and then at the end of the party there is more party because we do karaoke every night. So it's a really cool time. They have a lot of cool things. The one time we got to host an event called Deck Wars, which was sweet. It was like being back in elementary school for like field days, but like for adults.
Mhm.
It's great. And so you
Nice.
have like four different teams that are all trying to like, pedal across the scooter
Yeah.
on the ship deck. You know what I mean? The fastest, right? Whose team can win. So yeah, they do a lot of really cool events. So it's just a giant floating festival, which is super, super rad.
Very cool. Yeah, we got to get going here in just a moment, but a couple of quick things. Is there anything else that you're kind of planning in 2026? Maybe not even on the music side, maybe on the merchandise, anything like that? Any special things that you're looking at, maybe?
So I can tell you that I mentioned before that Villainous is a huge concept piece.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of things that are going to come along with that. All of the individual singles serve that same kind of villain character arc. And there's going to be a lot more merch that comes along with that very much ties into the themes of the songs as well. Some of them I've hand designed myself, which is super dope. And I've been working with Ed, our bass player, on that, and a friend of mine who's an amazing graphic artist. And also part of the tour community. Shout out Jack.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's going to be really cool. I think there's a lot of other cool things coming, and so much music. I mean, every 2 months, music.
Very cool. Got to ask this question. Obviously, people know about Eva Under Fire, but what's something you think people know about you, but they really don't know about you? I know it's kind of a weird question, but what's something that
I got you.
you got it?
I got something. This just came to me, and like 2 weeks ago, I was like, "What?" Our label told us that everybody thinks that I have a hired band behind me because I'm the only one
Oh,
that's on social media, which I think is wild. I was like, no, they literally just hate being on camera. they just, they're all these guys. I'm like, I married one.
I was
These
gonna
two
say,
know each
yeah.
other since elementary school. Like, we have grown up in bands together. Each one of us comes from a different local project that we literally played together I don't know, since back in like 2005. Like we have known each other. Like when you say it takes 10 years to like really build a band and you're like building it in secret and then everybody's like, oh, 10-year overnight success. Like that, but also we're a garage band, literally a garage band. And we've all come from different garage bands and have been playing together for years and are genuinely like friends outside of this whole thing. So you only don't see them online because they hate socials. Like, so I do not have a hired band behind me. This is not like another like gimmick. Like somebody called me an industry plant and I laughed so hard. I was like, this is people on the internet are wild. So no, they're not hired.
Well, maybe that'll have to be a song down the road or something, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I don't know how else to get it across to people. Well, I mean, we do have some other I guess we're gonna be filming some different stuff to make sure that people also like know that and clarify it.
Right.
Because this whole album cycle is just clearing the air on so many things. Like rip the band-aid off on the fake name or whatever. It was a song reference, you know. So it's not, you know, my name's Amanda. Rip the band-aid off on like, yeah, we're not going to package this to be easy to swallow for people anymore. This is how we really feel about things. And also here's some really cool down-tuned guitar, like heavy riffs. And then, you know, no, none of us are hired to be here. We are starving and we would love if you would come buy our t-shirts. Like, because
And
I have to
spe
feed all five of them.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, if people want more information, maybe get some merch, all that stuff, how can they get that, Amanda?
EvaUnderFire.com. We can do all the things. We've got some new t-shirts that we're going to be uploading to our like online shops and stuff like that. And they're all themed from the new album. So can't wait to
Awesome.
see you guys on the road. Can't wait to show up with the t-shirts. I'll ship them to you. Ed will ship them to you. uh,
Absolutely. All the hired people will ship them to you.
yeah, well, yeah, he needs his lunch money too. So please buy t-shirts so he can ship them to you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, it's great catching up with you, Amanda. And I think we'll do this maybe when the new album drops again. I think that'd be cool to get a kind of an
1,000%.
update. And then you have the tour. You'll probably be in the middle of the tour at that time. So you'll have to probably zoom into me when you're on the road rather maybe at home, huh?
Yeah, totally. I'm from the new truck because we intend to get some of that too. So here we go.
Ah, very cool. Very cool. Congratulations on the release of the new song coming up later on today, or I guess tomorrow. And
Yeah.
good luck the rest of 2025. And excited to see 2026 what it has to bring for Eva Under Fire.
Thanks, Jay-Z, for always having me, man. I appreciate your support for
Once again, that's Amanda, and that is Eva Under Fire here on 94 Rocks.